turn my enemies into food, turn my enemies into food, turn my enemies into food. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Turn my enemies into food. Turn my enemies into food. Who's hungry? Young Boo, I've been different. The dark side would talk to me and I would listen. He said, give me your soul, and I did it. And I gained the power to turn people into fried chicken, turning boys into side bitches for the side. When you spittin', what you saying, you know saying, no competition. You are krillin', you just playin'. Power level of a raisin, turn your mama into a Danish and it's medicated. Now I'm fly, I'm gonna eat that jet. Your mama gonna get me high. See this rapping, ooh wee, it eats my mind. Sometimes I wanna jump on them, jump on them, jump on them, jump on them, jump on them back and crack his spine. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Turn my enemies into food. Turn my enemies into food. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Feel like Majin Buu, turn my enemies into food. Turn my enemies into food. Turn my enemies into food. Who's hungry?
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA. Baby!
Once again, you just heard Who's Hungry by the homie Noah James. This next track comes from Edgar Sosa. This one's called Extra Stuff.
I need good vibes to bring me up. I don't need none of the extra stuff. I know I'm on my way. Tell her I'm on my way. Okay, KK. I need good vibes to bring me up. I don't need none of the extra stuff. I know I'm on my way. Tell her I'm on my way. Okay, KK. I'm zoning. My phone's dead. She want it, and I'm on it. She's focused, and I'm on it. So I ain't gotta lie, no, I ain't gotta lie. I ain't got nothing to hide. She just wanna call me daddy. She just tryna pop a Zanny. And I'm not one to judge, but trust those drugs don't make you happy. I know I might come off strange, but we ain't strangers no more. Strangers no more. She calls me my government name. I feel I've been here before, but ain't nothing wrong, cuz I need good vibes to bring me up. I don't need none of the extra stuff. I know I'm on my way. Tell them I'm on my way. Okay, KK. I need good vibes to bring me up. I don't need none of the extra stuff. I know I'm on my way. Tell them I'm on my way. Okay, KK. Keep a couple real homies around. The ones that really holding me down. The ones I know 10 years from now. I know they bringing the Hennessy out anytime when I step out of town. And we ain't got nothing to chase it down. Bartender, bring us another round. And keep them coming for me and all of the hummus. How many times I gotta kill it? How many times a hater wanna break my spirit? $100,000 probably couldn't even heal it. It'd probably be different if we talking about $1 billion. I used to want to condo by the beaches worth $1 million. Now I want a home inside the city that I live in, and that's what I'm working for. If the radio don't give us no play, take it personal. When I say tell that punk ass DJ to turn me up, I don't need none of the extra stuff. I know I'm on my way. Tell them I'm on my way. Okay, KK. I need good vibes to bring me up. I don't need none of the extra stuff. I know I'm on my way. Tell them I'm on my way. Good vibes, good weed. Good times with people that deserve good things. Come on. Good vibes, good weed. Good times with people that deserve good things. Come on. Good vibes, good weed. Good times with people that deserve good things. Come on. Good vibes, good weed. Good times with people that deserve good things. They deserve good things. We deserve good things. Tings.
Once again, you just heard Extra Stuff by the homie Edgar Sosa. This next track comes from the one and only Saw Rock. This one's called Queen Tings. Shout out to all the queens out there, y'all.
I used to run tough to God with some hellions. Never crossed the family on the word of a civilian. That's why they call me the Don, like my rebellions. Voice honey coated, a little bit of gravel in it. For them classic rhymes, a little bit of savage in them. I ain't new to this profession, I'm establishing it. Any challenge to the status quo would be a cataclysm. Cause I'm a cider with a good head, and I ain't either. Have them pissing lemonade when I arrive eager. My mediocre is Lee Iacocca CEO shit. Before I come about the A-class like a Ivy Leaguer. Pioneer on 100 like I'm Benjamin. I am one half outcast, 5/10 granted. Fully liable to crush an MC mid-sand. It's crystals crusted on my wrist with the 10 salmon. Queen Ting.
Swag on my name. I'm here to rock your world. That's fine with me. I'm here to rock your world. Swag on my name. I'm here to.
Every time I come true, 10 maroons. Watch a DJ with me chewing down his soon. Cause I'm a rock wild child of mean streets and crack houses. Now I break bread and Legos with some sharp houses. This for Alton, Sandra, play my man Malcolm. Try to bury us, but they forgot we stick sprouting. Pedigree is incredibly star-studded. That's why you probably find me bathing in tubs, it's Crawford. Forget the private, here to be the next private. Writing scriptures in the villa, that's Moroccan confident. I floss supported ensembles of brocade. From villages hard to pronounce, harder to locate. Only associate rebels and comrades. Cause society frightened by my melanin contrast. Zero rappers say they sold for a hell of a contract. Rock don't ever compromise, but you will settle for combat. Queen Ting.
Swag on my name. I'm here to rock your world. That's fine with me. I'm here to rock your world. Swag on my name. I'm here to.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA. Baby!
This next track comes from our special guest of the night, the one and only Nina Beretta. This song is called Wet.
As I reminisce on my hustle, on my grind, pushing my rap lyrics to the limit. The world is mine. You can catch me cruising in a Scarface Cadillac. I had to keep it real. Too many copycats. My name is Nina. I'm bona fide with gravitas. Leaving these suckers behind while avoiding Babylon. Always survive. I'll feed my seed, my family. You with me, believe you're gonna give Nina a misdemeanor. Double felony as God is my witness, like a true G. 2018, everything is mainstream, and I dream a vape dream. In Hollywood, we know these bitches fiend, and in this rap game, these bitches disappear. I'm a rap venom, so poisonous, ever clear. So when I'm bringing the juice, I'm on the loose like OJ speeding down the motherfucking highway.
I'm loving this rap game while living a wet life, speeding in.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA. Baby!
I'm.
As promised, we have a special guest for tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, it's Nina Beretta.
And where are you from?
I'm from Cali. I like to say Cali. I live in San Diego, but I was raised in Los Angeles, so California works. Rep the West Coast.
Right on. I'm the same way, low key. I've moved so much. I've lived in so many different cities. I
Yeah.
can't really rep just one area, but
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I understand that. California as a whole.
Yeah, Cali as a whole. Got love for every
Yeah,
city.
West Coast, you know.
The West Coast.
How many places have you moved to?
Sheesh. How many places? I mean, as
You
a,
can remember.
that I can remember.
Yeah.
Man, I've lived everywhere, to be honest. I mean, as a kid, I moved a lot, which is a lot of our stories, I think.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, maybe not the wealthiest. We moved a lot as kids. So we moved. My mom moved us from city to city in Los Angeles. I was born in Torrance. After I was born, we went to Linwood to live with grandma. Then Gardena, Harbor City. It was always a move. And then when I was about 11, we moved to San Diego.
And that's where you like officially settled down. Or did you move after that?
I moved back to LA after that. When I was 15, I moved back to LA for 2 years, and then I came back to San Diego because everyone else was here. My mom, my brother, and that's where I'm at now.
Word. Because I see on your bio it says out here for my family all the time, and I think that's pretty significant because not that many people like to work with their family like that. And I see you got your son working the camera. You feel me?
You gotta put him to work.
All our listeners, you can't see, but she's got her son right here. He's got the camera pointed right at her. You know, he's on point.
Yeah.
That's dope. So can you emphasize that a little bit more? Like, what made you want to bring him along this journey? Because this journey is not easy.
What made me want to bring him along? It was just natural. I mean, he's just good at a lot of things. Because I had him when I was so young, so we grew up together.
Okay.
I was 15, 16 when I had him.
Okay.
So I didn't have much of a chance to go out and make all kinds of friends or get all kinds of connections. It was just me and my son, always, just trying to survive. And then once I was able to get over that hump that now we can survive, he just had a natural knack for doing things. Just on his own, he started making flyers for me.
Okay.
And taking pictures. He likes to take pictures. It was just a natural progression to.
Well, I'm sure seeing you know, hustle and grind.
Yeah.
You know, it probably just picked up on it.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I wouldn't want anyone else. And then, you know, I like to pay him. And then maybe one day soon I could be like, you know, we did it together. And then, of course, whatever he needs, I'm there.
Yeah.
So whatever dreams he has, I'll always be there.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you if it was his choice or if it was your choice. Obviously, it was his choice.
Oh, yeah. He's not having it.
You're not like one of those stage moms, you know, like trying to push him into it.
No, that would make me feel bad. I wouldn't be able to be up here. And I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know what you're doing with that. But no, it's all good. You know, he loves his mom, but no, I wouldn't feel comfortable forcing him to do so because you could kind of tell. I've seen stage moms out there. I've seen women that maybe had children young and now they want to go for their dream and they kind of force it on the kid.
They kind of live through their kid.
Yeah, and I know that that's stressful, and I don't want to be seen as that, and I don't want to do that to him or anybody. You know, and it just.
For the record, he does not look stressed out. He looks chill.
Chill
as a cucumber, his leg crossed. He's like, yo, they got AC in here, Mom?
Yeah.
We're cool. We're chilling.
Yeah, I just had to buy him a meal on the way, and he was good.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you eat?
What'd you get, JJ?
It's our Happy Meal, you know? Got to get the toy.
It's always crazy when parents live through their kids. Like when I watch those pageant
pageants.
shows.
That's what they reminded, you know?
Exactly.
That's scary. Those kids, poor kids, man. I feel bad for those little girls.
Yeah, it's stressful.
That's wild.
It's got to be bad stressful.
Who in your family got you into music, or did you get into it on your own as you were moving from place to place?
Significantly, it was my brother. Like I just remember it, like. From day one, he wanted to rap. So he brought me all the classics, the Wu-Tang, the what is it, Ghetto Mob.
The Ghetto Boys?
The Ghetto Boys, Zero, just everything that came out first, he would always be listening to it and then pass it to me. So I got all his CDs, and so I started rapping because of him, and then he switched to producing, and then he used to produce my music. So then he stopped because then he had a family, and I just kept going. I just kept rapping, and now it's kind of come full circle because now he's producing again. So on this album, he started to make a few of the beats.
Okay, dope. Which album touched your soul? I think we all have that one album that you were like, dang, it's like, this is crazy. Which one was it that your brother gave you that you think was the main one that did that for you?
Man, you know what? There's a couple of them that just like struck me, but at different times and at different phases. The first rap song was "My Mind Is Playing Tricks on Me."
Okay,
He loved
for sure.
He loved
that storytelling.
Song. Yes, and that's the type of rapping I think I do, because I'm not maybe completely or super metaphorical, but I can tell a story. And it probably came from that. You know, the type of music that he liked.
For most of us, if you listen to 90s hip-hop, that was mostly storytelling. Biggie, Ice Cube. You know, that was, you know, to me, that was good hip-hop.
Well, we were
still
raised
to this day, you know.
It has substance to it.
It's got to, you know.
So, and then after that, it was hardcore. And then, you know, Lil' Kim. And then after that, it was... Lauryn Hill had this acoustic album.
In 2001?
Yeah. What was it called?
Was it, I don't know.
It was some MTV acoustic.
Oh, the MTV Unplugged show.
Yeah, that whatever album that was, that completely changed my life. If you haven't heard it, I suggest you listen to it. It's amazing. I mean, some people didn't like it and some did, but the stories in there and the strength gave me a lot of strength. Because, you know, again, you know, being a single parent and struggling, that gave me so much strength. I appreciate that album a lot. Sometimes today I go back and listen to it when I'm downing myself or going through things.
What advice can you give to single moms that are currently going to get their dream or doing something that they love to do? Because you said you got over the hump.
Yeah.
And not many women or even men can get over that hump to get to their next mission. So do you have any advice that you maybe found along your journey?
You know, I think it took me a long time to get over the hump. And I would hope it wouldn't take someone else that long. It was a lot of self-doubt, a lot of just, you know, life is complicated, but it's as complicated as we make it. And I think because I didn't have anybody in front of me that I could look at and be like, oh, well, they made it, they did it. I didn't. I honestly didn't. I didn't have anyone to look at on TV to be like, oh, she's a single mom and she did it. Now we're seeing more and more of that, but growing up, I didn't have that. So I think I was just bombarded with all the negativity, like looked down upon because I was a young mom, told I wouldn't make it. I had to fight through all that to be here now, to still, even now, you know, at the situation I'm in and the age I'm at, and I just, you know, what am I trying to say? Just whatever you want, you really can achieve it. It's all in your mind. And you really got to believe that. You know, if you're a single parent, you're probably working all day. You got to go home and work for yourself too and fight for your dreams. Don't give it all to everyone else.
Did you have any help from your family when you were young, or was it kind of like, this
with
is
my
you?
child?
Yeah, like was it, or were your parents more like, you know, this is you, you know, so you got to figure it out?
At first, I mean, it was my mom. At first, no. Yeah, it was me. I had to figure it out. I had to, you know, go get my own place. She was upset. I mean, she was, you know, old school Mexican
expected.
mom.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I asked, because
she was,
I already know how it is.
She wasn't for it. She didn't like, you know, the person that I had a child with. That, of course, you know, she's not going to like it because we're doing things we shouldn't do. It was hard. But financially and all that, yeah, by myself. Everything.
It seems like you were your own muscle.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, I love my mom to death, but I mean, it's just a cycle. Like, she went through she had 4 kids on her own. So, I mean, look, now that, like, you know, I've gotten to the stage in life, I'm looking back a lot at things that I learned, things that I missed, trying to understand life.
And you're like, oh, my mom was right when she said that. You know,
she
you
was
realize
right.
it now.
She was right. And then I used to not blame her a lot, but be like, why didn't you show me this? And why didn't you teach me this? And why didn't you, I mean, I wouldn't tell her this, but mentally, you know, like, maybe if I had more help when I was a kid, because I mean, I auditioned for Star Search. Like, I mean, this is a lifetime. Wow. Yeah, this is maybe if you would have helped me more, but like knowing now how much work it is with one kid, thinking like, how did she do it with 4? You know,
Crazy, huh?
she didn't have the luxury to sit there, and maybe she didn't know how herself. You know, when you're just worried about surviving and feeding your kids every day, you don't have time.
It's hard to worry about living when you're just trying to survive.
Exactly. And I went there. I went through that most of my life. Saying I just got over the hump is now realizing that enough of just trying to survive. Now I gotta live.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean about I'm out here for my family. Because they all went through something. My brother, my mom, everybody. It's just a lot of us. It's just living.
Everyone has a story, yeah.
Everyone, and it's just, again, just not being able to live, just surviving, trying to survive every day. And I would love to one day just be able to help. With the little I have now, I try to help. You know, I just want you to live, and that's what I'm doing out here.
Where does your name come from?
Nina Beretta.
Yeah.
Well, it was Vision Complex. That was my first rap name, Vision Complex. Then I just wanted to reinvent myself, and I don't know. I think it kind of fits, you know.
It does. I don't know why it does. It does.
Me either.
Like, if you would have just told me, "Oh, that's my real name," I would have been like, "Oh, okay."
I thought it was your real name.
Yeah, low-key, you know. Like.
No. But yeah, so it fits, you know. I'm my mind is like an automatic weapon.
Okay.
Nina Beretta.
That's dope.
Is that connected with Grim Style Music as well?
Grim Style Music is a label that my brother started.
Okay.
When again as being kids, you know,
Yeah.
that's a label he started when he first started rapping and wanting to own his own label. So he created Grim Style Music, and again, going back to my family, I thought that I could carry his legacy by turning that into something. So I'll keep it, put a LLC on it, and hopefully one day I can make some money off of it and give it back.
When did he start it?
Sheesh. Years, maybe 15 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Well, you said he's making beats again, right? So
Yeah.
hopefully you guys can pick it back up. You know?
And even if it's, you know, even the little bit I've accomplished now, being able to go from us being in the studio together just a couple months ago to now playing these songs for this album, and the love I've gotten back. I mean, I've gotten genuine love back from people that actually love the music that I put out. And even that, I mean, we're like true artists, you know, even if, I mean, I don't want to be negative, but if that's all I get, it's to me, I feel good about it. It feels nice being able to be like, oh, you made this beat and I'm rapping on it so many years later and somebody liked it.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that little bit's good. So it's all good. And then maybe beyond being an artist, so like try to get music on TV shows or write for other artists. And so I, you know.
Oh yeah, there's always room to, you know, ghostwrite
Keep
for
going.
people and keep going. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because your music is dope. I don't
Thank
like when
you.
people categorize, you know, women's music as female rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's good music, it's good music.
Yeah.
It's equal to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that you want the quality of the music, that you want to have the message in the music.
Oh, for sure.
And want to put it on different platforms so people can learn a lesson like you did.
Absolutely.
And I could definitely picture some of your music, you know, in movies or shows. Like,
Thank you.
It has that vibe.
Yeah.
What type of movies do you want it to be? And do you have anything in mind? Like, do you have like a plan on like what you want it to be on?
I'm thinking of TV shows. I'd love to do like Power or
Okay, for
Empire or I just those
Queen
type
of the South.
Queen of
I
the
can see your music
South.
on Queen of the South.
Those type of strong women or strong, you know, strong shows that have a message. I'd like to, because I think my music has that kind of vibe to it. That powerful kind of dark vibe.
Yeah. Talk about Pray For Me.
The record Pray For Me is, I wrote that while I recorded it. Like, I hear a lot of these new cats saying that they like freestyle while they record. It didn't really make sense to me. Like, how do you not write anything down? But with that song, I went in there and I kind of did the same thing. I just freestyled. I spoke from my heart, whatever I felt, whatever I wanted. And it's a short piece, you know, maybe on this next album I'll speak a little longer. But, I was just 100% from my heart, what I was dealing with, what I felt, what I wanted people to know. I put in a few bars.
Okay. How often do you talk to God relating to these type of situations? Because it's called Pray For Me, and praying usually involves, you know, talking to Him. So what would you say? Like, how much would you say you probably, you know?
Oh, the album as a whole, you meant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how much do I talk to God?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
You know, when going through that, like on a real note.
All the time.
Yeah.
I should probably be a little closer, you know, pray a little more, but all the time. You know, I'm always asking for help. I know for 100% that he's there, and that I have some type of, I'm here for a reason. I know that.
You made it this far.
Yeah, absolutely. And he doesn't make mistakes, you know, you know.
So to touch on that, what would you say is your purpose then?
My purpose? Oh, man, I just really want to show that it can be done, you know, that like no matter how many doors are kicked or closed on you, no matter how many times you're told no or what odds are against you, that you absolutely can do it. And I really, you know, if I could get the chance to show that to somebody or to prove that and to be that person that I didn't have growing up. I mean, if there was someone like me when I was growing up, I mean, who knows where I'd be right now.
And much respect to you. You mentioned Little Kim, but you're not one of those female rappers like Little Kim. You're not out here flashing your body, because obviously if you did that, you could, you know, be on other stuff. You know, you would get more views and stuff. Everybody knows that sex sells, but you're not selling out like that. And, you know, that is admirable, and we do respect you for that, because it would be so easy to just, you know, do a bunch of thirst traps and stuff, and then you know, like,
and get a face tap.
Yeah, and that, you know.
I was thinking about that. Like, I don't know if it don't work out. That's
nice.
I even told, what do you think about? No,
You
but
gotta pick it though.
I don't. It's tough, man. I wouldn't want to. I mean, the music means so much to me, so I don't want to be out there and be, you know. I don't want. I mean, it's a thin line between being sexy and being like just a thirst trap.
Just being a skonka.
Yeah, exactly. It's a thin line. So, and I just want to rap, and I don't ever want to be like. And I mean, being a woman, you know, in general, they'll always kind of push you into that, like, oh, it's just about
no matter
how you
what
look.
you do, you could be a librarian, and
They're
you know
still
you're a
gonna-
sexy librarian.
Exactly.
You know, like,
And I mean, it upsets me. Like, respect my mind and all the stuff I've done, and I'll always take. You know, I took the longer road for a reason. You know,
Women operate on a whole different level. You know, that's just you know, the realest thing I could say.
Yeah.
That's great.
I saw a meme yesterday that said, men sleep with who they can, women sleep with who they want. And that just goes, I think, for everything in life, you know, like women kind of do have their pick of it, and guys, at least, you know, immature guys are out here just trying to get what they can.
Yeah, but then I saw the retort that said, but men marry who they want. And
she's looking at it right.
Hey.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen. And that's so true. So, and that's how I took it, because I saw Amber Rose made that, you know, we sleep with who we want, but
yeah,
that doesn't benefit us in the end, because they ain't gonna marry us. That you're not the one that they're gonna marry, you know? Like that's how I just didn't agree with that. Does that make sense?
It makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Okay, like go on,
Amber
bragging,
Rose is
go
on a
on,
whole
go on.
nother-
Yeah, go on and sleep with whoever you want, but at the
Yeah.
end of the day, like, the man is gonna marry who he wants, and it's most likely not gonna be the one who's sleeping with whoever they want.
Anything negative, I think we've made it appropriate in some way, shape, or form nowadays.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. We're living in some crazy times.
Yeah, society, and then just with like social media, to see the way people think and operate is a trip. Like, to me, it still trips me out. Like, wow.
I'm the one that, like, I'm kind of against normal stuff in society. I'm polyamorous, so I look at things differently. Like, when I see videos of girls proposing to the guy, like, people are like, oh, that's wrong, that's not how it's supposed to be. I'm like, why not? Like, why shouldn't a girl, if she wants to be with that man, why shouldn't she take initiative? You know, some guys don't know how to take the hint, or some guys don't take initiative.
Right.
So I don't know, what society says is supposed to be right, I don't always agree with. That's one of those where I don't agree that it should be up to the guy, you know, because a guy obviously has to win the woman over to, you know, for her to want to marry him. He can't just knock her out like a caveman and, oh, you're gonna marry me and take her, you know.
Right.
So it's just one of those things that I like to see women take initiative, and, you know, if you want something, go out and get it. Don't let them tell you, oh, because you're a woman, you know, you got to wait for a man, you know. And that's obviously, you didn't wait for anybody, you know. You went out, you got your own thing going, you got your son, you know, helping you out. So that's dope, you know. And that's one of the things, like you said, that's your purpose. You're showing women they don't need to wait for a man, you know.
No, and that's important too. I can't relate to too many, because I mean, you know, whatever. There are a lot of women in this industry that do wait for someone to do something for them, and they get a lot of help, you know. Or
they use, you know, what they have to get, you know.
And I know a lot of those too, and then they're so trivial about it. Like, they'll dismiss whoever helped them, and yeah, it was just different for me because I did do everything myself, you know.
Yeah, it's one thing to do DIY, and then you're doing, literally, you do your own shirts, you're doing all of that, you know. So
I don't know how. I just keep going.
Yeah, and you work a job as well. You're supporting your son and yourself, so yeah, I don't know how you do it either. You got a clone or something.
Me either. I just have faith, man. If I don't keep the faith, that's why the whole pray for me. Like, geez, someone help me out here. You know, I'm out here. I need some kind of positive, some positive vibes. But I was talking to someone yesterday. They were saying it was so expensive to live in California, to live in San Diego.
It's so expensive to live. Period. Like,
just go to
wherever
the South.
You're at.
I'm just
go to Texas.
Everyone wants. Well, they're talking about my brother and all of them are talking about moving to Texas now, and I'm like, wow, this is getting serious.
I know people in Texas that are ready to move out of Texas too. So
that's what I was
you know, no matter what,
no matter where you go, it's gonna be something. You know, but just like the realization of that, like, man, I'm gonna be out here by myself, or are you really gonna get up and move because it's cheaper supposedly somewhere else? But so they asked me how I do it, like, how are you doing it? And I do not know. I just, because going through so much things and having so many ups and downs and being stressed out for so many years, literally, I just won't allow it anymore. I'm not, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I have faith that everything's paid for, that all the bills are taken care of, that I'm getting up and I'm going to work, and I just have faith. And that's what I want to express too. Just don't be worried, you know, just don't worry and don't stress yourself out, because life's fleeting. I'll be damned, man, if I spend the rest of my life worried about what's going to happen and what's not, and who's going to pay for this and how. I'm just not. I'm over it. And that's something else I want you to understand too, because it's all a perception. Life's deep, you know, it gets deep. Just take control of it. And, you know, say everything does fall down, you're still going to be okay. You know, you'll stand back up tomorrow.
Manifestation is real. Money ain't real until you need it.
Exactly. It's going to be okay, man. Everything will be okay.
And you have your single right now called Pray For Me.
Yeah.
We're about to play that right now.
Now, you said you wrote this song pretty much like a freestyle, right?
Yeah, it was just a freestyle. I just went in there and just spoke from my heart.
Right on. And this is the title track off of your project. You want to talk a little bit about the project, where it can be found, and a little bit about, you know, who produced it and stuff?
It could be found on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Nina Beretta, iTunes, Amazon. You could go to my Instagram. It's nina.beretta, BERETTA, and there's a lot of links on there for the music. I have a bunch of different producers on there, along with my brother. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It's 11 or 10 songs, and it's an EP, so it'll make way for an album. But a few videos will be dropping for it.
Right on. Once again, you're tuned in to IE Radio. My name is Heavy the Homie. We have our special guest, Nina Beretta, and this next track is called Pray For Me. Shout out to all the listeners out there. We do appreciate you tuning in every Tuesday. Shout out to our sponsors at Serious Cartoon Records. Shout out to Puff Sauce, the cannabis-infused medicated syrup. And shout out to the Music Lounge 710. If you don't know, the homie MC Life yesterday brought out the one and only Little Boozy, a.k.a. Boozy Badass. What? Yes, he brought him to the IE. He was in the house smoking up.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, it was very dope. So shout out to MC Live. Go ahead and follow our sponsor, the Music Lounge 710, and stay up to date with all the shows going down. Once again, this next track comes from the homegirl Nina Beretta, and this one is called Pray For Me.
blame myself first. I know who I am, I see the pattern here. Ain't about to put it on you and play like I'm dumb. Many times I've tried, I don't know how to change. It's a generational pain. When I react, try and understand. Gave everything to everyone and got nothing back. This is years going through it. Though times have changed, how I feel stays the same. Loyal, so I'll never speak what's done in the dark. You'll never know the pain in my heart. The pain in my heart. Couldn't keep a friend, didn't know how. Mom was full of doubt. Are they chasing clout or trying to set me up for what they'll tell you I did? Any excuse to have a reason to hate on the kid. I ain't do issue to these bitches, but they all in the street talking about how they gon' run up. I guess we gon' see. Well, I guess we gon' see. Talking about how they gon' run up. I guess we gon' leave. I guess we gon' see. Talking about how they gon' run up. I guess we gon' meet.
You can find that project on iTunes as well as all other platforms, right? On Spotify?
Spotify, Amazon, iTunes. And then hit up my Instagram, and there's a lot more links on there.
And your Instagram is, once again,
it's Nina, Nina dot Beretta, Beretta. So Nina dot Beretta.
Right on. And do you have any shows coming up with this project?
I do. I have several shows coming up. At the top of my head, I don't know the dates, but I'll be posting them. If you go to my Instagram, they'll all be on there.
You have a show coming up in LA, right?
I do.
Yeah, okay. I remember seeing the lineup.
Yeah,
pretty dope
yeah.
lineup.
I'm sorry. I don't know what off the top of my head, but I'll post it, and all that information will be on my Instagram.
Right on. So you guys could definitely catch her live. She's not just a studio rapper; she does perform.
Yeah,
I've seen her perform, so you definitely want to go check it out. Yeah, exactly. That's what we like here. We like people that perform, without their vocals on the track.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That just don't dance around on the stage, you know what I mean? Do backflips.
I can't dance. I wish I could, though, man. I've been practicing. Like, what are these new dances?
You're going to do the Kiki up there? I don't even know if that's the name of the dance.
I almost don't. Oh, man. A couple weeks ago, I really was about to... With the whole funny. Do you love me and all this. Yeah. I was, but no, I didn't. See?
I did. That's still true.
Yeah, I didn't, so no worries.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yo, do you book your own shows? One last thing. Are you your own manager? Are you your own everything?
Yeah, right now I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I book my own shows. I've been fortunate enough to be reached out to and what is it? Blessed with a lot of opportunities to come out and perform. So I haven't actually actively gone out there and looked for events. But when I do, yeah, it's all me. But I do have faith that, I'll get some help soon.
It's all going to happen. All on the plan.
You just got to keep putting it out there and keep working, With that being said, shout out to our sponsors once again. And shout out to Nina Beretta for making the trip down here.
Thank you very much.
We do appreciate that.
I appreciate
Shout out to your son as well for rolling through.
Thank you. Thank you, JJ, for helping us today.
Once again, you're tuned in to IE Radio. My name is Heavy the Homie.
Nappy 2000.
Tune in every Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m. Follow our sponsors at Serious Cartoons and Records, at Puff Sauce, and at the Music Lounge 710. If you're interested in getting your music played on our show or being a guest, go ahead and send us an email at ieradio909@gmail or DM us on the IE Radio page. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and DM us. We appreciate all feedback, and we appreciate all listeners, everybody out there. Once again, every Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m., IE Radio. You can hear us here on KCAA. Shout out to Nappy 2000. The man on the ones and twos every week with me. We're going to play some more music for y'all with the last few minutes we do have. Any shows coming up this weekend you got, Nappy? Anything you want to promote?
I'll be at the Music Lounge on Thursday. I am doing a house party on the 11th. And on the 17th, I will be in Tucson, Arizona for a Backwood Party show.
A Backwood Party?
That's what I was told.
Wow.
So, whatever that is going down in Tucson, Arizona. The
Right
Dirty
on.
Tea.
Well, tomorrow I got something going down. My girl and I are actually hosting a pop-up. She's going to be cooking some ceviche and some empanadas. We got shrimp and beef empanadas. So go ahead and follow the page at Gourmations. That's GORMATIONS. And you'll be able to find out all the info. For everybody, you know, they followed our page and they've been seeing all the food my girl cooks. And they're always, you know, saying, oh, cook for me or meal prep for me. So here's your chance to get some of that. Go ahead and follow the page. Once again, that's at Gourmations. And any other shows you said? Just the Music Lounge this Thursday. I'll be there as well at the Elks Lodge.
Yes, and a house party on the 11th. And then I will be in Arizona on the 17th.
Nah, it's going to be hot out there, bro.
Bro. Well, it's probably gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like 5 degrees, 6 degrees hotter.
No, but it's like stale hot out there. Over here, we at least get a little breeze. I got family out there. I've been out there before. It sucks.
Yeah, man. I was there last year. It was stupid.
They have a good time.
It's cool though. Shouts out to Johnny Red. That's the homie. But it should be fine. Just stay hydrated. Stay in the shade. Get one of those little fans that keep close to your face. You'll be straight. You'll be cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm black. You know what I'm saying? I got melanin. I can.
Melanin will protect you.
For real. Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll be good.
You got that schoolboy cap, so you'll be good.
You feel me?
Once again, shout out to all the listeners out there. Whether you're tuning in on the radio, on one of the frequencies, or tuning in through Instagram Live, or tuning in through the Simple Radio app, we appreciate you taking the time to tune into our show. We'll continue to bring you new guests, and we'll continue to bring new hip-hop. Once again, shout out to all our sponsors, the Music Lounge 710, at Puff Sauce, and at Serious Cartoon Records. Any other words you'd like to say, Nappy? Right on.
You tuned in to IE Radio on KCAA.
Time to face it. Sitting in the middle of the basement holding the jack. I'm anticipating he gon' call me back. Got so much on my mind, ain't no holding it back. In fact, I give a how he gon' react. For my first 19, asking where Lee at. Never seen him in the spots where we be at. For the next couple hours I sat till the phone rang. No luck or no cigar. So I said to myself, I try them all. Me and Vincent left out, went to shoot some ball. Came back, had a message like this, show call. Then I took to the phone, conversation was raw. I had to let him know that his child was scarred. And right now we working through our mess. But I had to get some off my chest, so bear with me, y'all. Check it out now.
Just wanna take the time to let you know. Sometimes it's hard to let my feelings show. The parts of guarantees are really so. This is all for you.
to that effect. Respect I used to never get, cause all I got was upset when it used to be like, what's up, fool? And try to sweat it like the lip. For no reason at all, I can't recall just rolling C's in my face. Down the hall, kicking it in the back of the school, eating chicken at 3. Wondering why is everybody always picking on me? I tried to talk and tell them I did nothing to deserve this, but when it didn't work, I wasn't scared, just real nervous and unprepared. And deal with scrapping, no doubt. My pappy never told me how to knock it out, but now with 95 of us survived as a man on my own. Round with fat lip, you're getting blown. I'm not trying to show no macho, it's shown, but when it's on, then it's